How your childhood affects your love styles. If you examine your current or previous relationships closely, you may realize that you have a pattern of activity that you repeat in each one. Some of you will note that you are continuously attempting to satisfy your lover, while others will discover that they are constantly trying to control their relationship. You may also find that you have an idealized image of your lover, and so on. We all come from various backgrounds, and our upbringings shape who we become as adults. Our childhood simply defines our love life. After watching this video, you will discover the different types of childhood and how they influence people's love styles. Welcome to a new video from the Social Psychology Masters YouTube channel. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos. And comment down below, "I subscribed," so we can welcome you. Growing up. Who we are, our attitudes, and our values are built on the foundation of our formative experiences. Our love styles are one of the most fundamental ways our childhood can influence our life. The love style of a person is characterized as a specific pattern of behavior connected to how they accept and express love, and our parents' relationship mainly shapes it. According to researchers, there are 5 different love styles: the controller, the pleaser, the facilitator, the avoided, and the victim. We begin by studying how the people closest to us, our parents or caregivers, connect to us and each other the moment our minds become capable of perceiving the world to the tiniest degree conceivable and forming memories. We continue to rely on this script to guide us throughout our lives when it comes to matters like comprehending what love is, expressing our love to others, and reacting to those who love us. In other words, our childhood experiences and the scripts written for us by our parents or caregivers can be utilized to anticipate how we will express and respond to love as adults. Here are some of the ways we were brought up that now define our love life. Number 1. When we are given less attention as kids. It's no secret that having parents who fail to provide us with the attention we require can hurt a person's self-esteem. Whether it was because your parents abandoned you, divorced, or put their professions ahead of their families, you felt that no one was truly there for you as a child. This causes you to mature too quickly and learn to care for yourself at a young age, leaving you with an overpowering dread of helplessness that drives your need to be in charge of everything, including your relationships. People who embrace this love style, often known as the controller, are frequently assertive, dogmatic, and obstinate. Because of their parents' inattention, they have found it difficult to rely on others, ask for help, and relinquish control. Number 2. When you are brought up by overprotective parents. When our parents are overprotective and controlling of us, we develop sentiments of shame, self-doubt, and helplessness that many of us will struggle to overcome as we get older. As a result, if your parents are too rigid with your independence and don't offer you much say in your life, you may become submissive and passive in your relationships. While many people may like your agreeableness at first, they may become upset with your lack of decisiveness, autonomy, and initiative, making partners feel like you aren't putting in the same effort as they are to make the relationship work. Number 3. Growing up with opinions of appraisal or criticism. Did you get the impression that your parents were harsh and brutal to please, and that they only loved you when you succeeded and were unhappy with you when you failed? Children who are pushed to achieve their parents' expectations only to satisfy their emotional needs develop a compulsive desire to please others. The pleaser is a love style that is well named. Those who worked hard as a child to gain their parents' approval develop an obsessive need for praise and recognition. They are more likely to become pushovers who can't say no, always put others before themselves, and avoid conflict at all costs. They are afraid of disappointing others and suffer from feelings of uncertainty and inadequacy. Number 4. When you're raised by unpredictable parents. Do you ever feel that you're alone and misunderstood by others? Do you long for emotional connection, yet are often disappointed by those you care about? This is what it's like to have unpredictable parents when you're a kid. They're insecure, untrustworthy, and inconsistent in their affection and caring. They say they love you and will always be there for you, but they've just broken one too many promises for you ever truly to trust them again. Because your emotional needs are never regularly addressed, it's left you with deep-seated sentiments of abandonment that leave you vulnerable to rejection. You might be a facilitator when it comes to love. The facilitator is romantic and idealistic to an unhealthy degree. They have trouble maintaining personal relationships because they idealize the people they love and hold them to exceedingly high standards. They expect too much from their relationships and leave no room for error because they have learned from a young age how terrible it is to be let down by those you care about. Number 5. When you're raised to believe that emotional dependence is bad. It is a love style characterized by suppressed feelings, a strong desire for independence, and a fear of intimacy. People who adopt this loving style are likely to have had parents who ignored their emotional needs and discouraged them from expressing their emotions. Your parents might have raised you to believe that being too emotional was a sign of weakness, that it was wrong for you to need people and seek comfort from them. Sometimes they didn't know how to deal with them, or because they incorrectly believed that suppressing your emotions would make them go away. As a result, you became more self-aware, distanced from your feelings, and found it challenging to open up, even to the person you adore. Number 6. When you're raised by a violent and chaotic family. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, witnessing a horrific experience as a child, particularly at the hands of your parents, can have a profound impact on how you view and approach adult relationships. Growing up in a chaotic family setting or living with an angry or violent parent results in the victim love style. These unpleasant early experiences have left you wary of trusting others and even wary of falling in love. Because of how you were treated, meek, compliant, and emotionally injured, you may struggle with anxiety, despair, and poor self-esteem. People like this are always expecting the other shoe to drop since they've only ever known grief and confusion. Number 7. The secure connector. The 6 love styles we discussed earlier illustrate the various sorts of emotional harm that people may experience during their childhood, as well as how this emotional injury influences their adult love lives. What you should aspire to be, regardless of your current love style, is a secure connector. A secure connector is someone who is at ease offering and receiving affection. Secure connections are aware of their own and others' talents and faults and can engage with their love partners without idealizing or depreciating them. They have little trouble expressing their feelings and wants, are skilled at resolving disagreements, and have little trouble developing and maintaining personal goals. Your beliefs and values. We are significantly influenced by the adults who raised us when it comes to our beliefs and values. In fact, many of us can immediately name a recurring value that our parents or guardians taught us growing up. Even as we grow and develop our own values, we carry these childhood beliefs with us into our adult relationships. For example, my parents instilled in me a deep emphasis on self-discipline. Not only does self-discipline define my life, but I saw it as a standard by which to determine others, too. Therefore, when my boyfriend wasn't always the most self-disciplined, I judged him for it. It took many conversations for me to realize that self-discipline was not the most important value, but rather something that I was raised to believe was more important than others. It's difficult to break away from the beliefs and values of our childhood. When it comes to relationships, you need to be aware that other people might have different values. Conclusion. Our childhood experiences shape how we express and accept love. The majority of people fall into one of the love styles mentioned previously, depending on their upbringing. Knowing your own and your lover's lifestyles are vital because it allows you to better understand some of your own or your lover's quirks and inclinations that may be hurting your relationship. In an ideal world, you should strive to become a secure connector, capable of expressing and receiving love while maintaining a healthy and respectful relationship with your spouse. To avoid a significant decline in your love life, you should try to figure out what kind of person you are and ask yourself the questions that will help you figure out if you're a controller, a pleaser, or any other types of people mentioned before. It will significantly aid in the development of your love style and the strengthening of your relationship. Understand how your childhood experiences shape what you expect from relationships, how you accept and express love, and how you respond to people in difficult situations by learning your love style. Knowing your love style is a great place to start on your journey to becoming a secure connector. So what do you think about this list? Is there anything you believe we might have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. To learn more, check out other videos on this channel and the links in the description. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.